what you need is a size 6.5mm crochet hook, some cotton yarn, a tapestry needle, and some scissors. Once you have all of these materials, let's head over to the table and get started. See you soon! To begin our poppy sleeve, we're just going to take our yarn, create a slip knot, and start chaining 20. So once you have a total of 20 chains, I'll meet you back and show you how to join it in the round. We are going to join our chain in the round to form a little ring. And in order to do that, we want to first make sure that our chains are all straight. And just make sure that your chains are straight until you get to the end of the row. And once you do, you just take your hook, insert it into that last chain. We're going to connect it with a slip stitch. Just move that tail out of the way. And slip stitch. And you have formed a nice little ring. So I am just going to work over my little tail right here, just so that I don't have to weave it in at the end. But you guys can just leave it out and then weave it at the end once you're finished with the poppy sleeve. And we are going to start our very first row with a chain 1. And this entire poppy sleeve is going to be worked in the half-double herringbone stitch. So what you do is yarn over, insert your hook right into that very same stitch where you chained 1, and pull up a loop. Instead of working a normal half double crochet, we are going to take our loop and pull it through that second loop. We're then going to yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that just forms the half-double herringbone stitch. To make another one, we're just going to yarn over and work into the next chain. Pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through that second one, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. And we're just going to do this all the way until the end of the row. So go ahead and make your next half-double herringbone stitch. Just remember, you should have 3 loops on your hook. Go through the second loop, yarn over, and go through the last 2. So I'll let you guys go and meet you at the end. Just take your time while you're working those stitches. You should have a total of 20 half-double herringbone stitches at the end of the row. So I'll see you guys soon. So right now you should have 19 half-double herringbone stitches. And to complete our last one, we're going to take our hook and insert it into the stitch where our chain 1 comes out of from the beginning of the row. So go ahead and take your hook, insert through that last chain, pull up a loop, and complete that last herringbone half-double crochet stitch. And since we are not counting the chain 1 as a herringbone half-double crochet stitch, we are going to take our hook, insert it into the top of the first stitch that we made, and close it with a slip stitch. And that completes our first row of the pocket sleeve. So this is where working in the round is a little different. We are not going to chain 1 and turn. We are going to chain 1 and continue working in the same direction that we've been working in. And that means we are just going to yarn over and do a half double herringbone stitch right into that chain 1 space that we did, or where we joined. Pull the loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through that second one. You should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. We're going to repeat that all the way across the row until we reach the end. And we should still have 20 stitches at the end of row 2. And we are doing the half double herringbone stitch. And there's 3. Now let you guys go and meet you at the end. Just remember that at the end of every row, we're going to yarn over and work into that last stitch where our chain 1 comes out of. We're going to then take our hook, skip over that chain 1, and go into the top of the first stitch of the row. And we're going to close it up with a slip stitch. And there's the end of row 2. We are going to be doing 3 more rows of the herringbone half double crochet stitch, and that will bring us up to a length of 3 inches. So I think you guys have the handle of doing your rows. Just remember to chain 1, work that herringbone half double crochet stitch into the same stitch, work the herringbone half double crochet stitch once into each stitch all the way until the end of the row, and then work a herringbone half double crochet stitch right into the stitch where we chained the 1 out of, and then slip stitch into the top of that chain 1. So I'll let you guys go and meet you back when we have a total of 5 rows or a total of 3 inches tall. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So at the end of 5 rows, you should have something like this. And you have to finish off your last row by yarning over and doing a half double crochet herringbone stitch right into that same stitch where you chained 1 out of. And that's the same thing that you did for the last 4 rows. Go ahead and take your hook, insert it through the top of that first herringbone stitch, and we're going to close it off with the slip stitch. And if you want, you can be done, or you can add another row to make it equal to 3 inches in width. I'm going to stop right there, snip off of my yarn, and weave in my end. You will have a nice little poppy sleeve for up. So your poppy sleeve should fit nice and snugly onto a cup or a mug. And if you can see, it does not move or slip, and that is what it should be doing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to make this little poppy sleeve, and I hope to see you all next week. Goodbye!